After over a year of waiting since the finale of Mr. and Mrs. Smith Season 1, fans finally got an exciting production update. The show is officially moving forward with Season 2, but there are going to be some major changes, and not just in the cast. The spy series that turned heads in early 2024 with its fresh take and sharp performances by Donald Glover and Maya Erskine is not only getting a new pair of leads, but also switching locations entirely. This time, the action won't take place in New York City. Instead, Season 2 is heading to Los Angeles, California, bringing a whole new vibe to the series and signaling a fresh start for its next chapter. Season 1 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith, which debuted in February 2024 on Prime Video, was praised for its unique tone, intriguing storytelling, and most of all, the chemistry between its leads. Donald Glover and Maya Erskine played the title couple in a reimagining of the classic 2005 film, which originally starred Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Their performances were so strong that they earned Emmy nominations and brought new life to the Mr. and Mrs. Smith brand. But despite how the first season ended, with enough mystery to keep the door open for their return, it looks like the series is choosing a clean break. Donald Glover will still be involved in Season 2, but this time only behind the scenes as the showrunner and executive producer. Instead of reprising his role, he's helping steer the series from a creative angle. In front of the camera, a new couple will be taking the lead, Mark Eydelshteyn and Sophie Thatcher. This casting move is big, especially since Glover and Erskine were such a huge part of what made Season 1 so popular. But the showrunners are clearly trying to take things in a new direction and give the next chapter its own identity. One of the biggest clues that Season 2 will be different is the decision to move filming from New York to Los Angeles. Season 1 used New York City as its main backdrop, with its bustling energy and gritty atmosphere giving the spy series a sharp and stylish feel. But Los Angeles offers a very different landscape, from its glamorous neighborhoods and modern architecture to sun-soaked streets and palm trees. That means Season 2 won't just have new faces, it'll have a whole new atmosphere. There's also a strategic reason behind the move. California Governor Gavin Newsom recently announced a massive $750 million boost to the state's film and TV tax credit program. That's a huge incentive for productions to return to California, which had seen a decline in film and TV shoots due to rising costs and better tax breaks in other states. By relocating to LA, Mr. and Mrs. Smith becomes part of a growing list of shows, including The Pit, Mrs. Origins, and Paradise, taking advantage of California's new push to attract big productions back to the Golden State. The move makes even more sense when you think about the spy genre itself. Spy stories are designed to be mobile. These characters often travel from city to city, country to country, taking on new identities and getting involved in all sorts of thrilling situations. That kind of flexibility makes it easier for a series like Mr. and Mrs. Smith to switch locations without disrupting its core premise. Unlike some shows where the setting is basically a character in itself, Mr. and Mrs. Smith has the freedom to explore different cities without losing what makes it exciting. Filming in Los Angeles isn't just a logistical or financial decision. It also plays into the creative reboot the show seems to be aiming for. With Mark Eydelshteyn and Sophie Thatcher stepping in as the new married spy couple, it helps to give them a clean slate. If the show stayed in New York and reused the same apartments, offices, and city streets from Season 1, audiences might constantly compare the new characters to the old ones. But by changing the location, the show gives the new cast room to breathe and carve out their own version of the story. Let's face it, Glover and Erskine had big shoes to fill when they reimagined the Mr. and Mrs. Smith concept. They pulled it off in their own quirky, emotional, and action-packed way, which was completely different from the original movie. Now Eydelshteyn and Thatcher have a chance to do the same. The new setting of California allows for different styles, new types of missions, and a fresh energy that could help the audience embrace the change instead of resist it. From a broader industry perspective, this move back to California is also a sign of shifting trends. In recent years, many studios and streaming platforms chose to shoot in cities like Atlanta, Toronto, and even overseas because the tax incentives were better than what California was offering. But with the new funding from the state, Hollywood is trying to bring those productions back home. Considering how California's film industry has been hit hard by the COVID-19 pandemic, major union strikes, and even wildfires, Getting popular shows like Mr. and Mrs. Smith to film locally again could be a turning point. There's also something fitting about a show called Mr. and Mrs. Smith being set in Los Angeles. It's a city known for its surface-level glamour and hidden drama, perfect for a story about spies who live double lives. The luxurious mansions, private parties, and wide-open freeways could offer a whole new kind of spy story, filled with sunlit secrets and sleek, modern intrigue. It's too early to tell what kind of storyline Season 2 will explore, but we can expect the themes of trust, identity, and high-stakes missions to continue. What's most exciting is that the series isn't afraid to shake things up. Instead of trying to recreate the success of Season 1 beat by beat, it's taking bold steps in a new direction. New leads, new setting, and possibly even a new tone. And if it pulls it off, Mr. and Mrs. Smith could prove that reinvention is the key to keeping a show like this exciting season after season. This reboot-like approach is becoming more common in streaming TV, especially in shows that aim for anthology-style storytelling or character reboots within the same framework. Shows like True Detective and Fargo have managed to maintain fan interest by bringing in new stories, actors, and locations while sticking to their central themes. Mr. and Mrs. Smith seems to be trying something similar, and it might be exactly what the show needs to stay fresh and fun. All eyes will be on Mark Eydelshteyn and Sophie Thatcher to see if they can create the same kind of magic that Glover and Erskine did. But with Donald Glover still guiding the story behind the scenes, fans can expect the same thoughtful storytelling, slick action sequences, and emotional twists that made the first season so compelling. Production hasn't officially started yet, and Amazon hasn't shared a release date. But with the move to California and a new cast ready to step up, it's clear that Mr. and Mrs. Smith Season 2 is well on its way, and it's going to look and feel very different from what came before. That might just be the show's biggest strength moving forward.